Invictus Gaming versus TongFu.
5 seconds remaining.
Welcome back inside the Battle Royale Hall. I am Toby1.
And I am Wagamama.
And we are back here to finish what we started yesterday, just like before. This time around as the defending champions, Invictus Gaming, going up against what has been one of my favorite teams throughout this tournament, TongFu.
Yeah, and they're already one game up from yesterday. TongFu, they now had to win 2 games in a succession. We're really far into the draft, so let's just head into it. I want to see what they're
Sounds like a good idea.
Here.
And we're going to break Merlini's heart right now. As you're going to see, SF was banned out in the 3rd position by Hal, so IG is unable to pick up that SF for Ferrari.
Remaining.
But as we do look at our draft, we are basically almost at the last section of it. So OD, Batrider, SFDK taken out by TongFu. We've got the Darkseer, the Lifesteal, the Visage, and the Nyx Assassin taken out by Invictus Gaming. As far as Invictus Gaming lineup goes, they got a lot of elements of push, some good steal as well through the Chen, the Rubik, and the Prophet.
That's true. TongFu, I like their single target focus. They have the Weaver, Alchemist, Beastmaster, all these really amazing at just targeting down one at a time. But there's a Chen, Rubik, and Nature's Prophet already on IG. And there we see a Storm gonna be played again.
So we get the aggressive Ferrari 4-3-0. Storm Spirit come out.
Yeah, and Storm, we saw it yesterday. It was really successful in that game. And we're gonna see how he plays out in this game. Of course, going for early Orchid is really amazing. Against Weaver, you can almost always get your Orchid
remaining.
before he hits that Linken's.
Yep.
Enabling you to just kill him.
5
but
seconds
BKB is a
remaining.
little bit cheaper, so if you go for BKB, you can actually get through that silence and just time-lapse away or invis
Reserve
away.
time.
And more than likely, that should be the path of the Weaver. And they get a ban. The Lone Druid is their last one for
IG's turn
TongFu.
to ban.
So IG won't be able to take out the Lone Druid. Again, it looks like they're just fearing this large amount of push. We are missing that last player, that last hero for Zhou. That's the last one missing for Invictus Gaming. As far as TongFu go, they've got all their cores. So it's just one more support hero.
10
They're looking to
seconds
ban out
remaining.
Invictus Gaming. Now, they've already got the combination of the Alchemist and the SD.
It's the
And they
duo.
fear it might be a little bit
TongFu's
greedy,
turn
going to
to
go
pick.
for a jungle Doombringer. So they remove him out as well.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of Doom being played, and Jungle Doom as support, TongFu love to play it as well. So just gonna ban it out. When you have a Storm in your team, you really don't want to play against the Doombringer. It's so easy to just shut down the Storm, put the Doom on him, and it can't basically do anything.
Oh, TongFu, you got the Doom taken out. They gotta still stick with the jungler because Chen's already been taken.
10
So
seconds
Enchanters or
remaining.
Enigma will be their only last remaining hopes as far as what they can get. But
5
they wouldn't want an
seconds
Enigma in this
remaining.
lineup, not up against a hero like a Rubik.
I think they want to go just into something that has a nice, reliable stun for
Reserve
them.
time.
Maybe even going into ways of Alina or Leshrac. Maybe head into something different. Maybe long range, as we saw yesterday, and Earthshaker being played. But I don't feel it has too good synergy here. The Leshrac would definitely make a lot of sense to me, though.
Yeah, I would agree. Then they've got some elements of push behind their lineup. Like they've got Beastmaster already, and in fact, there it is, 100%. Leshrac will be their selection.
IG's
So
turn
they're
to
rotating,
pick.
roaming supports. Going to be looking for those kills. Guess it'll be very difficult to catch out their Storm Spirit. Disruption, straight to a Storm Spirit ultimate. He might be able to get himself away, but if they do get the combo right with the Beastmaster roll, with the Alchemist stun, with the Leshrac stun, they can kill him off very quickly.
Oh yeah, it's going to be Beast's job to really initiate, but then he has all types of follow-up coming up on that. With the amplification of the damage from Shadow Demon, a Leshrac stun or an
10
Alch stun will just
seconds
kill him
remaining.
immediately. So Storm Spirit has some concerns here. He has
5
to be careful about
seconds remaining.
about the Beastmaster. Morphling,
Morphling.
going to be the carry of IG.
So Zhou will get the Morphling pickup. It's not as
Really?
strong as we saw it the other day when we were looking at Morphling going up against an anti-mage, and that way it was like that double-edged sword, like one burns mana, which kind of shuts down the Morphling, the other one, like,
yeah.
you just steal, then you just go to town. Right now, like, who would you even want to steal? You would probably just want to take an Alchemist, so you got someone nice and fat for you.
You can get the Alchemist if he has the Assault Cuirass, which he always gets later on in the
Prepare
game. You
for
get that
battle.
aura, which is always a big thing. Of course, Illusions do have the aura in Dota 2, which is amazing. But other than that, I just feel IG, they're relying on having their core heroes being able to escape. Morphling, Storm, these heroes can easily just get out of anything. So Beastmaster, yeah, he has a tough time.
Yeah.
KingJ has to not only find the initiation, but do it really well with Shadow Demon, Alchemist, or Leshrac really close to him, so they can actually kill them.
Well, let's run through our lineup very, very quickly as you're talking about KingJ. He'll be playing that Beastmaster on the bottom lane for SanSheng. Onto the Shadow Demon. Mu will be as the Weaver, puts Bananas and Leshrac, and then Hao will be the last one as the Alchemist. And they're all moving down towards the bottom lane where they might, if they don't go deep enough, now find Chuan as that Chen. Down a little bit further, Ferrari 4-3 will be going a safe lane Storm Spirit, which puts Zhou in that middle lane with pooled consumables from Faith, has his Wraith Band up and running too, so a solo mid Morphling get to go classic.
Yeah. And
Faith, he'll be as the Rubik, already throwing down Sentry Wars, so TongFu's rotation will be seen. And then YYF, the last player, building in for a fast Hand of Midas, but is going to start up on that top lane to see if he can try his luck.
Yeah, going for the same build as Admiral Bulldog played it as well. And we're heading into a game for this solo mid Morphling. I feel that Zhou should be having a pretty good time against this Beastmaster mid. Well, actually, do we see? Yeah, he gets a haste rune. And it's not even gonna be a Beastmaster mid as they switched up a little bit, sending Mu towards the mid lane. We see the carries going up against each other. While we actually have Hao playing the second carry, of course. Or main
KingJ's
carry.
got to be careful with the line he runs. You can see where Faith is already moving. He's looking to get a pick up and throw him out. And we are seeing the right direction from KingJ. Going to run inside the tree line because he moves so quickly. The Ferrari 4-3-0. Really smart play by him. Pull the creep wave over and stops the pull from KingJ. So no matter what happens, KingJ doesn't get the advantage here. And Ferrari even puts himself between KingJ as well as the creep wave.
Yeah, so KingJ, nice attempt there, but not gonna get too much from it. YYF on the meantime getting nice farm here under his tower. Not really getting all the last hits, but getting all the experience is even more worth it maybe. Having almost level 2 on the first wave.
That mid lane should be a hell of a lot of fun too. Weaver going up against a Morphling.
Yeah, Mu can be pretty aggressive on this lane, and he is using the double attack of Geminate all the time just to harass down Zhou, and he's having some trouble with this damage.
Oh, looks like trouble on bottom lane. KingJ's been picked up. Centaur with a stomp. Ferrari looking for the body block. Centaur as well.
He's
KingJ
dead.
can't inch forward. He's going to go back. He bought a TP scroll. Going to sell so he can buy another one, but not going to happen. First blood in the bottom lane, spilt by IG. And they're off to a very good start. One game up and now one kill into the second.
Yeah, and it's really big getting your first blood for the Rubik as well. This is a supporter that benefits so much by having boots so he can get in and initiate. And even getting mana boots before the mid game really starts is so important. So very nice by IG.
And KingJ now has to be a little bit more cautious about that bottom lane. But what's he going to do? Try and pull the Ancients area? It's already been blocked up by a sentry, so he doesn't have that kind of option.
Yeah, their safe lane is working out for him though, but mid lane, Mu is actually playing really good against Zhou here. Mu, of course, being respected as a very good mid player. And he's just harassing away Zhou completely.
If he had time lapse, he'd just be going straight out for this right now. With that Shikuchi through and one more attack, he would have killed off Zhou, but not trying his luck. No one charges up his sleeve. And probably still a little bit scared of what's going to happen if Zhou starts to strength morph.
Zhou is really in trouble here. He needs to buy, he buys one salve, but he has only 250 HP and already pushed down to red HP here by Weaver. And Weaver already starting to bottle run with that amazing Unicorn Wizard.
A little bit slower though.
A little bit slower.
Now he gets to fly.
Yeah, he probably should search that as the movement speed goes up very nicely when you have an empty bottle on it.
We got a top lane push by TongFu. Of course, as you're saying, Weaver's having a great time on bottom lane. Up on top lane, Hao with the 2 points up in that Grievel's Greed. Already has 18 last hits up here, and they're using that E to already force down this tower. And this is something that is the beauty of Leshrac. It always was. Like, you go back to those old lineups of having, just to blow your mind a little bit, Shadow Priest as well as the Tree Protector plus the Leshrac. It was this never-ending push that would just destroy tower after tower.
Man, if we're looking at Leshrac, I miss the SanSheng Leshrac. That good old combination never gets old. It's just really beautiful.
And all it really misses is techies.
That's true, man.
I never thought you'd agree to that. Morphling, man, he needs more here. He needs a lot more. Again, like, as you said, like that salve is coming out right now. That's even purchased by Chuan, trying to get Morphling to that bottle. But Mu, he owns this mid.
Yeah, Mu is just controlling it completely. 19 for 10 against 5 for 4. So Zhou not finding any luck here on the mid lane. Being outfarmed completely. Bottom lane, we saw an attempted kill on KingJ, but they're gonna back out, just farm up with the 10 a little bit more. Having that troll, you should really just utilize how fast you can farm it in jungle.
Wondering how long too, like as you said, like with Droll farming in jungle, like Chuan is only just about to hit level 3.
catapult push on top. We should really keep our eyes on this because there's no one there right now taking the experience, and YYF has 15 seconds CD on his TP, so he can't really be there.
They will stop this.
This tower should go down.
With the 2 points up at Edict as well and no fortification, this tower is history. Hal's even pulling the creep wave off to the side so we can get that full amount of Edict from Banana out the tower, which they did. And with the catapult, that'll be the tier 1 tower to go down. The first tower here of the IG versus TongFu game, and it will go.
Alchemist gets the last hit. 1500 golds, boots, Basilius looking really good.
Troll trap, move, waveform down by Zhou, he's low on line, Prophet's going to TP in right now, YYF.
A lot of commitment. A lot of commitment, but he still had his salve. Mu has not been harassed a lot on the mid lane, so he can just salve up now, use a tango even afterwards as he needs a little bit more HP. And he's going to be fine. And the reason he survived, he has bracers as well as Wraith Band. That's a tanky Weaver.
Even before he has the time lapse, they have trouble killing him. Again, the Edict damage on the top lane.
I really like that build by Mu. It's so good getting high stats so that you can't be burst down. Normally he would really die there. If he just went for weaker items, he would be gone now.
It lets him transition nicely too. Like you guys go into the drums, already got the Ring of Aquila up and running. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it works really well. And it's not going to be a Midas Alchemist, by the way. It's going to be a Battle Fury most likely, as we already see a Ring of Health clearly indicating a Battle Fury.
Yep.
That means that you can stack up the Ancients a lot, and we already see it done once on this offlane by KingJ. And Alchemists, if you don't do it, if you don't build a Battle Fury, it takes really long time for Alchemists to kill off that Ancient stack. But with it, you can just go there and kill it in basically 20 seconds and then leave.
It also helps with where Prophet makes this huge army, your trees pushing down the lane. It's a lot of quick money you can just pull in.
Yeah. No real attempts to kill anyone right now. YYF, he needs 600 more or 500 more gold to hit that Midas.
Pretty sure we're about to see a huge amount of gold come the way of Hal.
Yeah,
they have a huge
stack is crazy.
Stack of Ancients. That's a quad stack right there.
Not even Ancients, just big creeps, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry, big creeps.
A quad stack on it, and even with a troll, gonna summon up even more small ones. And this is maxed out Grievous Greed on the Alchemist. I'm not even sure he can kill it yet. He doesn't have a point in his ulti, so he's just gonna let his creeps die here, completely denying any experience that would be coming the way of Nature's Prophet. Actually losing his own creeps here. That wasn't intentional. 2 of the Radiant ones get snatched up by this big camp.
It's gonna be a little bit frustrating for him if he does get the last hits. Yeah, Hal.
Some centaur stomps and right clicks.
Maybe they have bitten off more than they can chew right now. That acid spray is burning through a lot of it, but
he's too low level to really start clearing this. They should stack up even more in the jungle and then maybe look to gang towards the mid lane or even going all the way down to the easy lane. Or just use the pole spawn to get some more levels. But Leshrac, up to level 5, that stun does a lot of damage. Killing off the big creeps very nicely.
And now, also, yeah, level 3 on the stun. I was wondering if he'd just keep those points coming up at Edict, but it seems 2 points at Edict is enough for him.
Yeah, and having a lot of levels on that stun is going to be nice because they play so much. I told you during the draft that their combination is important. Beastmaster with a follow-up stun, and that's what's really going to be the burst damage onto heroes like Storm and Morphling. They want to have immediate damage more than the tick damage of the Diabolic Edict.
Gonna push up bottom lane coming. 5 gold until Prophet hits that hand of Myers, but he's coming in for the bottom tower first.
He gets sent home. Gotta buy it. Pick it up.
TP's coming into that bottom lane. That's Morphling. I mean, not Morphling, it's Mu on his way in. And Zhou. He can also be sent home if they want to, but he doesn't really need to right now. He's just got this replica available, and they do come back. So 5-man Dota on the bottom here for IG. It's meant to be the unstoppable push, but Banana is definitely looking to stop it.
Deny attempts.
It should be available. You got so many heroes there, and Beastmaster got the deny, but got picked up, thrown back down again. Look for the roar, but Wavefall through it.
He got to deny it, but he gets caught out.
As I look for the roar, look for the axes. Not even level 6 yet. That's a Beastmaster level 3, so very easy to pick him off.
Yeah, he's off lane, of course, not solo mids, so gonna be pretty low level.
So we're 8 minutes in, 2-0, and IG. Again, it feels like they're the ones that are controlling the map right now, but as TongFu are the ones controlling, I don't want to say the lanes, but they're controlling the farm.
Oh yeah, they are. Looking over to the graphs now, 1,500 in the way of TongFu, and experience being completely 0. It's actually just an even trade in terms of EXP, but Alchemist, he does farm very fast when he hits that Battle Fury, so He's gonna be out farming Storm, but Storm, he only wants his Orchid, and then he will start rotating and just looking for kills.
And how long is that away? He's got one Oblivion Star, so not that far. Not that far, depending on if there's engagements or not. Obviously, Ferrari going to take a long time to farm up all that gold. If he's just able to get snipe-offs, pick around, find someone out of position, and they'll be good. But then again, who do you really find? You won't jump in anywhere near a Beastmaster. If he does finally get that roar up and running, you're in trouble. SD's got Disruption to save. We've already got Hal, who's going to have his Chemical Rage.
Yeah, that's true. Looking over to the supports of TongFu, they've been using these pools so much. We see both the big camp and the normal pool spot being dead pretty much all the time, as SanSheng has been pulling here. Leshrak was also there, getting a lot more earlier on. But they're pulling ahead a little bit. Chen is not too fond for himself. Only now hitting level 5 after this creep.
It was like a little bit of trouble for Banana. He wanted to stack again. Treant, Protector, Nature's Prophet really being a pain in the butt. But with his Animus, he can do this kind of stuff. Try and restrict the farm of TongFu. Make sure he gets strong enough that he's able to keep that split push going. And then they'll have TongFu looking behind themselves the entire time. And that's not what they want to have happen. They don't really have a great maneuverability lineup across different lanes.
No, not that amazing. And looking at Zhou now, trying to farm out on the bottom lane, get as much as he can. He's only 38 CS with 10 minutes in, 30 seconds. So Alchemist looking really strong. And Weaver also pretty strong, but they do have more of a tri-core lineup on IG. Having that Furion as well, they have 3 right clickers to say the least. And DPS should be decent if they just have some time to farm up. But Battle Fury is picked up.
Yep, so House Farm will now also House pushing power.
Yeah.
He can push very quickly into a tower now.
And we see both the supporters of TongFu stacking big camps in the jungle. So both of them stacked once at least. And they just want that to really keep going. Static game is fine for them. As long as they have time to stack with their supporters, they can get so much ahead with the Alchemist.
And it's just beautiful movement by YYF. Yeah, you're talking about the stack going to happen. This Treant is scouting out everything that's going on. They want to know where their advantage is. Everywhere. So if they can possibly contest it, they will do so. Moose move to this bottom lane, and Zhou will get hit by this. The bugs will latch as well, so Zhou took up a little bit of damage, but he's already strength bombing himself up. Moo, he's going to commit decently to this one, walks himself away from that Hellbear.
Yeah, doesn't want to go too far there. Doesn't want to be caught out by something.
But he keeps Zhou's attention, while Hal just pushes again this creep wave to the top lane.
Yeah, that he does. Moo also finished up power treads. They're on the chicken, just doesn't have it on the bottom lane yet. So going for a really stats-heavy build and not really rushing any of the later items as a BKB or Linken's. Just getting the core items first.
TongFu's going to be forced to fight here in the mid. Ferrari's looking to go in and Chuan and Fate. They're there to defend the line. But they cannot get into that tier 1 tower. They don't have the power, like Zhou as well as YYF not being present. Does not help out. And even if YYF wants to TP in, then Nature's Prophet's going to have no mana when he arrives.
That's true. We still see it being fairly even in terms of CS, but there's now a triple stack on this medium camp. Alchemist heading over, and he's gonna farm with the small one first, but he's gonna get so much gold if they don't stop his control of his own jungle.
I wonder if it's even worthwhile putting the Beastmaster up there so we can find the levels from that camp. Not the gold, just the levels, so we can have his level 6 finally.
Yeah, and look at this. Whenever the troll camp just spawns up new small skeleton warriors, normally they give basically nothing, but when you're Alchemist, those little suckers gives just as much as a lane creep. Which is insane.
Bonus 30 gold he got for every single one of those guys.
Oh yeah.
And that's now that's 8,000 net worth. Next to the 4.8k of the Soul Spirit. That's the highest ever on IG. And this is the power that comes from an Alchemist, especially an Alchemist that's being prepared by the rest of his team.
Yeah, his fantasy points are shooting up the roof, Toby. That's a big part.
How high do we carry? 9.2 on Hal. 9.2.
Zhou pushing top tower really hard here. No one really there stopping it as Alchemist is farming jungle, so they do start... Oh,
Banana. That's his death.
That is his death.
Very quick and easy snipe out by Ferrari.
3-0 the way of IG.
I had to realize I can't win up against Harpy Gaming. Bottles coming up as well for Zhou.
Top tower has fallen.
That Harpy Stormcrafter is so dangerous, just keeps spamming lightning. But of course, that was just Banana being out of position at that tower. He has no business being there alone against that type of push.
Yep, especially that type of hero. Storm Spirit is one of those guys that will always jump you whenever there's an opening. With that kill as well of Ferrari, They're always just that recipe away from having the full Orchid up and running.
Yeah.
That's going to cause even more troubles. How's that timing? We were talking about the BKB possibilities up on Weaver, but he's got...
It's good timing. It's good timing. He's going to get it about minute 15, which is
Dire's
really
top
good for a
tower
Storm.
is under attack.
Having Tread and Orchid at 15 minutes is no shame at all.
It's just the Weaver's not at the BKB yet. Because he went for that extra bracer, because he finished up the Ring of Aquila,
Dire's
because he went for the
top tower
treads.
is
We
under
don't have that
attack.
BKB available.
Yeah. Speaking about another timing, I mean, normally we say that Battle Fury at, between 12 and 14 minutes is a good Battle Fury, but having Battle Fury and Shadowblade and Treads at 14 minutes, Hao is looking pretty strong.
I think he's even thinking about killing off YYF on that bottom lane, but that's a long way to run down. There's already the TP out by Prophet, so he won't find him.
He's looking at all those
Radiant's
treants and he
middle
just thinks
tower is
gold,
under
gold,
attack.
gold. He wants to go for it, but he doesn't want to get caught out, so just gonna wait to make sure that it's safe to go for it.
The rest of his team, in the meantime, was just playing around with just one of the replicants of Morphling.
Dire's
He had a copy of
bottom
Storm
tower
Spirit
is
in
under
there, trying to
attack.
use him as bait. And now Hao does come in to clean up the Creek Wave.
Yeah, and that's a lot of gold going his way.
Yeah. It's going to keep spiking up. That Assault Cuirass is going to come up very, very quickly for him. Over now, almost 11,000 net worth. He's almost managed to double the net worth of the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, and that's just the power of Alchemist, especially the way TongFu played. They're so good, the supporters, at just stacking up, making sure they prepared for the Alchemist when he hits those levels. And he even was there cleaning up the Ancient stack right before killing this. So 141 CS at 15 minutes, looking good for himself, but they are down 0-3 in
Dire's
kills.
middle tower
And
is
that's a
under
big thing as
attack.
well.
They are. It could be a bigger thing if it was in a short amount of time, but then again, 3 kills, like, it doesn't make that much difference in the gold and the experience at the end of the day.
No, not too much, but that Storm being part of every single kill. And he has his Orchid now, and he's going to be able to pick up even more heroes if they get caught out now.
Well, they need someone to do that, though. But all of TongFu are on the bottom lane. They use Hao as bait and hide themselves inside the smoke, which will now break.
Dire's
So it
middle
becomes a
tower
tier 1
is
for a tier
under
1
attack.
tower trade.
Radiant's bottom
TongFu will
tower
push the
is
bottom,
under attack.
while IG will push the mid.
Radiant's
I'm wondering if
structures
either
are
teams will want to slow themselves down. TongFu doesn't have
Dire's middle
fortifications. They
tower
may have to
has
just TP
fallen.
themselves back to defend on that tier 2 tower.
Yeah, we see Hao building into a BKB as well, so he doesn't want to be shut down in the team fights. Gonna try and be
Dire's
ready
middle
for all the
tower is under
disables of
attack.
IG. Of course, nothing there to go through the BKB. The only option is to sprout him up, but with Quelling Blade he can get out of that as well.
So full backup, tier 2 tower. They're going to try and give her a shot. There's a lot of items coming in. A lot of vision as well. A lot of sentry wards on their way in after having the Mechan Hand of God.
Yeah, try to secure as much vision as possible. They don't really see this ward. They put down the sentry ward, but it doesn't give any vision of the observer ward. So, of course,
Dire's
sentry
top
wards have
tower
really
is
short
under attack.
vision on their own. So that doesn't get denied.
Nope. Zhou's had a lot of free time on that top lane.
Yeah,
Playing around with a tier 2 tower up there, but they're bringing in some support. SanSheng with the poison. They've got a Beastmaster Hawk watching out for it as well. And they see Zhou's moving back. So it's just reclaiming their jungle while Hao claims another item. We're 17 minutes in with a Shadowblade, Battle Fury, and now full BKB up on an Alchemist.
Yeah, and that was 2.5 minutes after he picked up a Shadowblade. He has a BKB as well. That item progression is just insanely fast.
So Zhou and Ferrari just sharing a bottle up in that top lane. Zhou. So we're going to see Shotgun Morph coming out from him with that Ghost Scepter. Interested to see his main target, considering SD can save almost anybody there. If he wants to try and go on the Weaver, well, Weaver now has 2.4k unspent gold. It's a lot of cash for move.
Yeah, IG playing it so passive against this Alchemist. Surprised they don't want to force the issue a little bit more when they have that Orchid. Should really go for some kills, I believe. And we see TongFu making some moves.
TongFu's actually going to give this a crack. They're going to go for Roshan with a Medallion of Courage and the negative armor from the 3 levels up in Acid Spray. That's a replicate right there. It's going to die out. The concoction was thrown. They saw it with the Hawk. It's too late. TongFu takes Aegis. And it
Weaver.
goes up to the Weaver.
Weaver gonna pick it, even though Hao is so much stronger. He doesn't really want it. He has too many inventory slots that he wants to fill up anyway with items instead of Aegis.
Weaver's also the more fragile one. Like, you got Hao who inside a Chemical Rage goes up to 2,000 life points, where Mu, he's
Look
walking
for
around
top.
with 1.1k.
You saw him with Alchemists. Saw him actually walk over the sentry ward. We spoke about how their vision is really short, but Ferrari just accidentally walked on top
Oh, they
of
saw
it.
move. Awkward. When Invis, Sentry Wars down, they get the pullback in again. Banana needs to get a big stun, gets it as well. Ferrari, but the Aegis will still be triggered.
How?
Into the eating damage. Meg charge from Chuan keeps him up, but How just walks straight in the middle of the fight. He's not going to get this acid spray off. And they will chase down Chuan. Morphling still in the neighborhood. But Chuan's the easiest one to kill off here. Then they can move on to a different target. And who do they want? It will be finally, yep, there goes Chuan going down. And up on the top lane, Zhou, well, he's going to wait for him and then jump to his replicate out of this top lane. And that goes back into towards middle lane, but Mu is here and waiting for him. KingJ as well. Raw's available. Go throw it off. Faith comes in, picks him up, throws him down. He can get a steal off right now too, but he's not going to do it. Chikuchi through wants to save it. Zhou will be able to actually TP himself out to base safely.
Surprised that Faith doesn't steal the Beastmaster ulti and just ulti the Beastmaster back at him. They're probably gonna kill on him, but wants to keep that Chikuchi and just get away safely. There's no shame in that really on the Rubik. He still hasn't died a single time.
And how many times has YYF had these trees walking straight past different heroes, getting perfect vision of where TongFu's moving?
YYF just scouting everywhere with them, really. Sending them to the Ancients, sending them through the enemy secret shop. Just good control.
He does it when they're also dying as well, so the chance of making sure you can get a kill on them is actually rather minimal. And then has his new ones to keep on farming up. See, there we go again. Uses half of his life points and then says, have a bit of a scout around. There's an Invis rune on the bottom. And that can now be picked up by Ferrari if he can get there in time. But at this point, he's playing around elsewhere, so it'll have to be denied. Well, it should be denied.
Yeah. The BKB on the Weaver now as well as the BKB on Alchemist. I feel that that's going to be really big in the next fight. But I say in the next fight, we haven't really had a fight. We saw a little bit of a skirmish down the top lane, but still no real commitment from both teams.
It's because IG, like, their two big core heroes have got an easy way to escape. Weaver's got a good way to escape as well. There's just so many different ways that you can survive from both these lineups.
Storm might want to jump up here if Banana shows himself at all. Does show, but with a TP coming in from Alchemist, should be safe.
Yeah, they might think a little bit more about the middle lane. Again, Faith able to steal off that 4-level Chikuchi. They have gone. Zhou, strength morphing. Leshrak's done. Ferrari going to buy a little bit more space here for Zhou to jump out to his replicate after he already morphed. But how? Drop on him, we're going to bounce through. They find Ferrari. Hand of God, make sure he stays alive.
That's a lot of damage though.
That it was. Without that Hand of God, he was dead. But Chuan saves his life.
That has to put some fear into him for the next time that he's going to fight up against this team. Of course, there's no good lockdown really against the Storm. But
imagine what happens with this 3.2k of Alchemist. This could just be the bash for straight into Abyssal Blade, and then you've got your lockdown.
Yeah, I feel that Assault Cuirass is still probably the better choice first, but having Abyssal Blade is going to be a nice answer to the Storm.
We're just getting bumped back a little bit there from the middle lane. Just the adaptive strike, not the full E-blade, so not a lot of damage. Fortification can be used by IG. Trying to hold this mid lane. Another adaptive strike. Trying to keep Banana nice and low and away from the tower. Leshrak's done close. Cleans out the tree line. Expecting someone to try and deny it, but not going to be happening. In the meantime, though, YYF doing a lot of damage to that tier 2 tower on the top lane. Shadow Blade's away to safety. And Banana's the one to come in and try and defend this. If he wants to, YYF could give this a crack.
YYF on top of that split push.
In fact, his trees are still hitting that tower. He brought that tower within deny range for Banana.
He did, and Banana just gonna be happy picking up this farm. He has put several points into Lightning, so not too much on the Edict. Just those 2 points in the early game for pushing, and then heading back into something that's much stronger at de-pushing the enemy. Claims to deny, but still that tower goes down. A little bit less map control now for TongFu.
Ferrari's going to get a lot more control shortly. Now Lincoln Sphere's getting closer. The E-Blade now fully finished up for Zhou.
E-Blade, such a nice item for this Morphling to just sap down his enemies. Morphling and SD are both pretty easy targets for this. Oh, Morphling, the Leshrak, of course, I mean.
Yeah.
But having braces,
I knew what you meant.
Having double braces on him and an urn on the Shadow Demon, they're not that squishy.
TongFu. They are going to go in that AC, but that kind of means like team fight. Or then again, they could just do this kind of thing at Zhou. Oh, Hal will sun himself up. That's a little bit frustrating for him. I was hoping Morphling would stay around a little bit longer and just keep farming, but not to be the case.
Yeah, nice backup by Zhou. Not going to get caught out there. But he probably wouldn't have died, but at least now he doesn't have to back to base after that. And we see Alchemist completing up the entire Assault Cuirass, delivering it now, so 24 minutes in. Shadowblade, BKB, Battle Fury, and Assault Cuirass. Now all he needs is pretty much the Super Basher, and he will be completely deadly to IG.
Well, with all of TongFu together, they will be deadly to IG. All 5 are going to smoke themselves up. The ball actually coming down the mid lane, revealing the smoke. But Zhou, How's going to get this done? Not going to happen. He's going to replicate a jump to as well. Zhou didn't get to the replica. Chuan's going to try and send him back. Meg charge, Hand of God has been used as well. They didn't get him in time.
That damage. It is ever so scary. We see a little bit of a chase by Mu. He has the Dealer rune. Gets stunned up by Centaur.
They want to get more, man. Faith is solo pushing that bottom lane, but Hal wants the tier 2 tower. He needs a creep wave. He needs a creep wave, even with the TT room. YYF attacking on the tier 3 tower with Faith on the bottom lane now. And the tier 2 tower does go down. The mid KingJ returns to defend the bottom, but with no mana after throwing out the axe, it's not as useful, but it's still going to force Faith as well as YYF to back out.
IG have been looking very confident at just playing the safe game, sitting back, even though they had the option to gank so much with all their items. But now I think they must start to regret it a little bit, as this Alchemist looking so scary.
Man, that Alchemist is so... He's almost at 20,000 net worth. Like, the nearest is Prophet at 9.6 and 9.3 on the Storm. He is double the net worth of the strongest hero in IG.
Yeah, Prophet is getting pretty strong though, 3.4k with the Midas, Threads and Shadowblade. But even so, Alchemist, he is just completely crazy if he gets to start like this.
They're going to lock him down somehow. Right now, the only way to really do it is by having that Science Defiance up and running.
Yeah, well,
before he can pop the BKB.
Even the chance Troll Creeps is a good solution to it, as that works before or even against the BKB. But right now, I think the next Roshan, I don't see how IG are going to be strong enough to contest it if they don't get pickoffs before.
Yeah, their only real option is to, well, then again, you don't have anything like we had in our last game. Like we had like big RPs, we had black hole possibilities, we had jump-ins. It's like,
they don't have anything amazing. I mean, Storm can jump in and try and steal Roshan, lasted in ages, but they need to pick people off. They need to really start playing a little bit more gank game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle
Hal
tower
as well
is
as
under
Mu
attack.
looking for some kills somewhere around their secret shop.
They know someone is going to start farming top.
It'll be YYF.
But they're going to push it instead.
Well, YYF can't fight up against Hal. They need to bring at least 2 players, if not 3, to stop Hal.
That tower.
There goes 3. The Sprout, straight TP out with the BKB, and they got nothing that can stop him. Even cancel the 3rd TP in there.
And that's perfectly fine. He forced the TP, he brought down the tower pretty low. Sure, he used his 10-second BKB, not something you want to do, but using it is better than
your life.
It's better than dying, right? Also, he did move around his enemy a little bit there. We see Ancients being stacked up a 3rd time now, probably. Okay, not really. Banana pulling it too early.
Yeah, it's going to back up a little bit too fast unless they all get blocked up in the corner. Nope, they get back in time. Yeah, they're going to find someone, though. Soul Spirit not finding fast enough. And Ferrari, the problem of killing any of these heroes. IG, they're slippery little suckers. They just get themselves away very, very quickly.
IG, heroes that are good for running away. Also heroes that are good for ganking, but TongFu are the ones to put on the pressure.
Oh, they're doing it again now. Hal, the bottom lane. Gonna team up, 1 hit basically, cleans up the creep wave, and
so much gold.
They still need that creep wave to arrive. The backdoor regeneration's kicking in.
They don't seem to care much about creep waves. They just start attacking immediately. We saw the same thing mid, just going. And there's no trade so far for IG. They're trying to get to that mid tower, but as the pressure is on,
TongFu wants to go in. TongFu want to go in. Chemical Rage coming off cooldown. They're still going to have Edict up in 7 seconds time. If they can get rid of these check creeps as well, there'll be little to no control. And there's already Hal. Troll trapped up. The BKB will pop from him. Breaks out. Oh, sorry, Fortification goes.
No combination.
Just throws it out. And Hal, he's just taking it. He's taking the entire thing. The waveform, the Sprout. He's just underneath the tier 3 tower trying to fight this. The tier 2 tower did go down the mid and the top lane. So IG still got a better trade out of this.
Yeah, IG, they did get a trade. But still, this was Hal just getting up to 4.8k gold. And he's looking scary, man. He could also go for something different. If he doesn't want to finish up the Super Basher, he could go into a Hot and just start crushing onto that tier 3, because then...
He needs lockdown. He needs to be able to hold either Morphling or Storm Spirit in position.
I don't really agree, man. If he goes for a Heart, he can go in and just take down these tier 3 towers. There's no real DPS from IG that can stop a Heart on this Alchemist. I feel that if they want to crack base, that is going to be his item choice. If they want to be strong for the fights, and he will go for the Basher.
He wants to fight. He wants to fight. He'll be reliant on SD keeping him alive. KingJ to actually give him that initiation.
It is very nice to go for it when you have so much attack speed, even with the Beastmaster aura coming your way. And Roshan is going to be at the attempt.
This top lane movement came out of the smoke. Zhou jumps on the replicate.
They don't have the time to go for Roche.
Nope, they've got to fall back and defend this. At least one person has to come back to defend this.
And you don't really want to send one guy against E-Blade and then Storm Spirit right next to it, so it's going to be more than one.
They're going to try and fight instead. Concoction, smoke, there's already one jump away. Morphling's in a wave, he's still going to get hit. Almost got the double stun, but Chen sending Zhou back to base, and wow, not enough damage. Lightning damage will poke through though. Faith already going to hit pretty hard, and Mu try and chase this down. There's already that TP out by Ferrari 4-3-0, so he's away to safety too, so they get everybody out.
Everyone gets out. They did cancel the Roche attempt. TongFu dewarding them, but they're just going to head straight back towards Roshan now, most likely.
We've got a Montague and Capulet situation. The Centaur for IG and the Hawk for TongFu. Just watching Roshan.
They're all watching. Very patient.
Well, they'll get to him eventually. In fact, here comes TongFu right now.
This should be another Aegis going the way of Mu. So he has to make his way over there unless they want to put it on someone else. But How is gear capped pretty much. Or at least he has full inventory slots and nothing that he wants to really drop. Of course, he can still upgrade a little bit and get that travels up and change his inventory around. But Aegis, not something he wants.
And it's given to Leshrac.
Leshrac gonna be the one pick it.
Oh, I think you're right, man. It's full. Abyssal Blade up and running. Here is Storm Spirit playing around. It's a little bit further up on Mu. Mu currently silenced. He needs a time lapse, but it's on cooldown. Can't get away. Ferrari gets the snipe. Walking around with that gem on him as well. A lot easier to be that one-man gang squad on the Weaver.
Oh yeah, and with the cooldown on BKB from the last fight, Mu just had no way to get away from that Storm. And Storm having the entire Lincoln Sphere and the Orchid, looking pretty strong with this gem.
But at that time, Weaver was kind of wishing he was down that Roche pit, actually picking up the Aegis the Immortal.
Maybe he should have been.
Maybe he should have. Prophet has the Scythe of Ice now. So as we're talking about, a great item. If you're able to get it off in time, you will stop Hao from basically doing anything during the fights. Obviously can't pop your BKB, you can't attack either.
Yeah. Man, I'm looking back to a game we just cast where we saw Orange Esports just coming back swinging. This game is a lot different. This is just both teams trying to play as safe as they can and just try and get the advantage and then pull through with the mid-game team fights. And we're heading into that stage now with one team fight. If you have 5-on-5 scenario, it's going to be so important who comes out on top. And this Super Basher, last time we fought, Alchemist didn't even have a Basher. Now he has the Super Basher.
Yeah.
This is going to be scary for IG, but same thing goes for TongFu. Hex is a dangerous item.
And it is, man. And it definitely is. Split push is, for me, the more danger.
Oh, big catch out. YYF being picked off there. Beastmaster not even having to use his ulti, just straight into a stun.
Why was he down there far? Did he just blind TP into his own jungle?
Yeah, he went into his own jungle, thought that he was safe, but with Alchemist being close, easy pick off.
Ferrari forced the BKB out from Mu on that top lane.
Yeah, Mu doesn't want to.
It's going to be the mid lane. Morphling waves in straight out to the replicant on the bottom lane. And very wisely so. Hao was already looking to get that stun out to him.
Yeah, Hao probably wants to kill off the Storm Spirit, but with the Lincolns he would have to go in with both the Abyssal Blade and the stun to ever find the Storm Spirit and kill him. And even so, he's just split pushing on the top lane.
Well, the split push is going on there. Like, there's no problem to do that kind of stuff. And you got Edict level 3.
That damage.
Melting down the tower. They need a fortification. It's not available just yet. Now it is, so they pop it instantly. And Faith able to steal those 3 points up and Edict. But the stun, Ferrari. The Lincoln Sphere is going to be triggered, but Hao just goes straight through the tower. And TongFu, they're locking him down. Jump in by Ferrari, stun, he's going to be forced in, the Roar as well. They pick up the Storm, he'll buy back into this game. They want to try and fight this against Storm Spirit, out to Banana. These are pulled back, Zhou.
Aegis.
It's up with the Leshrac, so funny enough, he will be able to live through all of this. And now sprouted up too. Mu's trying to help him out. There's an Orca, there's a disruption from SanSheng, delaying the damage, but moving, shotgun down, wave through it. And that'll be Banana as well. Zhou with a double kill here.
Yeah, you can't really go in and help their team there. If they committed too much, they might have ended up losing even more than that. Losing 2 heroes might seem bad, but it's better to back out in that scenario, I believe.
Oh, and only costing the buyback of Ferrari. Well worth it when he's got these items. And IG, they smoke up, they want to get out.
TongFu, I believe they really need a Vladimir from one of their supporters. They could pick it up on either Beastmaster or even Leshrac. The Shrek has a ton of gold. Really looking rich.
Hal's coming in to fight. He's looking to get at Zhou, and I don't think it's going to really work because, yeah, jumps out to the replicate, and Hal stuns nothing. Zhou back to base.
Zhou, too smart. Just jumps out.
As that Prophet again, the blind TPs from YYF.
Force Staff is going to be the purchase of this next rack, and no Vladimir is going to be given towards this Alchemist yet. Even though I feel that with lifesteal he could be able to stand his ground a little bit more. He has to back out in the last fight because he didn't want to go back in to help his team.
Is IG really looking to fight this bottom lane, or is it... No, they're just here for wards. I say wards, one Sonic Remnant as well as a Sentry ward, which may have just quickly spotted Mood coming down that bottom lane. The Prophet, he's just chilling on the top lane, again with his split pushing. This is TongFu's kryptonite in this game. Absolute kryptonite.
Yeah, they have a strong team fight for sure, and they want to go for that mid-racks again, but with the push being applied to both side lanes by the Fury and by the Storm, it's just so annoying for them to try and get to that enemy base. They are gonna try it, but they are playing on limited time trying to go in like this.
Yep. Hal's just running straight down the mid. As quickly as possible, take out the creep waves, force the TPs back, and there's Ferrari and Fate, both coming back. Same with Prophet. Everyone returns to hold this mid-rack. There's no fortification. They're going to fight straight away. Sprout tries to keep him away, but the Rax goes down in favor of Hal. And now TongFu, well, a quick pick-up and throw down, stuns up on Move, but there's no follow-up. But TongFu, they came, they claimed, then they disappeared.
TongFu pretty much have to back out now and take the side lanes, but nice. They got the Rax. And now with that bottom tower still being a little bit low after they pushed that one, they might just try and go for that one next, or claim the tier 2 tower on top. Roshan's still pretty far away.
And IG, they need to make something happen here. They're getting ahead of experience, like they're getting closer back on the goal, but they're still not controlling these pushes when they happen.
Yeah, they can keep trying to play the positional game, but they need to do it even more aggressively. With their Link and Storm, they can do it pretty damn aggressively, so just putting that Storm on one lane, Fury on another, keep it pushed out so far that TongFu can't really initiate. But it's never really that simple. With the stuns coming out from TongFu, you never know if they're gonna smoke on you and kill you. Linken's now for Weaver as well, so BKB and Linken's playing a very safe build. Travels up on the Alchemist.
So basically, the only thing he's got left to sell is that Shadow Blade, as if he wants to. But
all the Battle Fury is also...
would you really want to remove the Battle Fury though? Like
for the late game, for sure, yeah. I always want to get rid of that Battle Fury when you head into late game, but that's like plus 40 minutes. You want to have something like an MKB, something like a Mjolnir, something even the way of a Daedalus, and just deal even more damage. And his HP is really bad, to be honest, when he's not in ulti form. It's down to 1800 and 2500. It's good HP, but even a heart could be a nice addition to his inventory.
Oh, guess we will find out with time. Time being the key factor here. Zhou again pushing in this top lane, having more and more time to find more bigger items up on him. But still, the more time they gain, this is where I kind of feel a little bit iffy about TongFu. Like TongFu, they're winning up by pushing in, taking out mid lane. Hal's getting bigger and bigger as time goes on, up to 30,000 net worth right now. But at the same time, it's one hero. The next one nearest to him is his Weaver, who has Linken's BKB, two very defensive items. And he sits in himself, like he's in 5th position as far as net worth go. The next 3 all belong to IG.
That's true.
IG just have more strength spread around.
See a little bit of an attempt here.
Again, it's going to be this replica. Look at, they're all coming in to try and grab him.
As soon as he sees anything, he just maxes that R button and jumps away. So, safe play by Zhou.
Yep. Keep it safe, man. Patience from Zhou. That's what it's all about.
Patience from Zhou.
Ferrari's just having himself a great old time. Ghost is now built up for him as well. So he's trying to find something that can save him from that Alchemist as far as physical DPS goes. So 3 defensive items from Ferrari. It's almost like they just decided that Ferrari is the guy that jumps in and goes for the high level of control, which means YYF with this Scythe of Vice, his next item has to be some kind of damage dealing item. Has to be, I don't know if he wants to go down the lines of a Desolator. I'm just thinking for split pushing purposes mainly, or does he want to go for that big Daedalus?
I think Desolator would be a really good item, actually. For all this split pushing, whenever you hit a tower and you have a Desolator, you actually kill it off a lot faster. so Desolator is not a bad pickup for IOF in this game. Because of all the safe play is mainly the reason. It's not as good in the team fights anymore as there's Assault Cuirass up and the armor is just simply higher.
Well, he's got the money for it, so choice will be his. With the split push on top, TongFu, they're basically ready for Roshan, but Roshan's still a minute away from coming back to life again. So everyone goes back into their farming game, and we get sentries, we get dust. IG, they are prepared to try and find a gank beforehand. Always that 1 minute before Roshan is the time when you want to be so cautious, because anything can happen, and whoop! That's not the real thing. That's a replicant.
Dead illusion, and that's the most exciting fight we've seen in a while, Toby.
Ooh, shots fired.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's good.
It's very much positional play, and look at all the D-warding coming out from IG, just trying to get perfect vision around his top. What they don't know is that there's a very nice ward by TongFu up by this pull spawn. I believe it blocks off the pull spawn though, so they should know about it.
Ferrari should be very cautious.
Oh, it actually doesn't, it's far up here.
Which one?
Oh, that ward doesn't block it.
You checking this little sucker right here, or you checking this little sucker right here? Either way, yeah.
Either way.
6-4. Roshan, maybe 2 seconds. 2 seconds till it's spawn. It'll come to life again.
Sick call, Toby.
Yeah, I'm here for the insight, man.
That you are. And this is gonna be Roshan with Aegis and Cheese. Are IG simply gonna pass this one up?
It looks like it. How? The only thing that stops him is Roshan himself, but once he gets these bashes up, that's it. Roshan goes the way of TongFu, and Aegis will be taken by Mu.
And the cheese goes to KingJ. He has his Aghanim, so really able to just catch out anyone if he wants to with that long-range initiation. He's gonna try and D-ward a little bit, I believe, but the wards are so defensive from IG, he can't really find something.
What do we got coming for... So it's just smoke coming the way of IG. So always that thing, like, you look for the fight. Is it going to come on top of the Rosh pit, or does it come after when you pick up the Aegis Immortal? What's the timing you're searching for? Because YYF is still, like, he's split pushing it down at 6k gold, throws the ulti. Bottom lane's being split pushed by Ferrari, 4-3-0 as well. It's just almost impossible right now for TongFu to move to the other side of the river for any longer duration than 30 seconds.
Yeah, I believe that TongFu should try and find something going as soon as possible, trying something like a gang here on bottom lane, but running in with a Weaver first and then having a stunners so far back they can never catch out Ferrari. But they want to pick up someone as soon as possible and utilize this Aegis to the best potential. Or they might just say, hey, we got Aegis, we can farm even safer.
That's one way to look at it. I would like not to look at it that way. I like to look at it as Hal spending one of those...
We do see some nice push though. Look at this push on bottom lane. Alchemist now with his travels, he can just join this push. So all of a sudden we see a threat to IG's base.
And it will be. The creep wave
needs to be careful not get caught out here though.
The creep wave's not with them though. That's the biggest problem. The creep wave is still on its way in, so they can't just fight the backdoor regeneration here. Or then again, maybe they can.
Heat is down there, so he's gonna commit. He cancels.
Picked up, thrown away, 4-staffed out. The Prophet ulti will actually trigger that Lincoln Sphere of Mu.
He cancelled his TP, and IG are completely back in the base, so both teams gonna be heading out. And we don't see a clash.
No. Hal's got farm to have and replicas to kill. I really want to know what he's going to spend with that 8,000 gold now. He's got 8k gold to spend. The courier's flying out with, again, we've got this smoke, quelling blade, and useless stuff as far as this later portion of the game goes. I say later portion, we're 42 minutes in. We're 42 minutes in, and a net worth of 34,000 up on that Alchemist. What is even his gold per minute? Experience per minute is looking pretty damn good. Gold per minute, 814. Gold per minute coming from Hal. He just moves around the jungle from camp to camp, lane to lane. Every now and then finding a hero to maybe throw a concoction at or stun himself.
Yeah, and Hal soon had his BKB for 20 minutes. He's gonna try a stun here on Zhou, who doesn't have any illusion. He might actually kill this.
It's gonna take a lot of work.
Hand of God.
Trying to keep him alive right now, and Zhou,
close.
stops him so he can't finish the job. Waves away, leaves one replicant behind as well. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane is Ferrari who gets stunned up. He's got Mu coming in behind him. Ferrari just jumps up and back down again. Banana being silenced up. And
that was a nice attempt though by Hal, really close. Without that Hand of God, Morphling would have died.
Oh, Hal, he's got a new target, but one he can't see.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's kind of gear capped, so can't really have any true sight on him.
Yeah,
Profit, of
needs
course,
his
knowing
teammates
this.
to do that for him.
Yeah. I mean, ideally for the super late game, you want to get rid of that Shadow Blade and Battle Fury at some point, but that's only for the super big items, so Alchemist can still get just a little bit stronger, but for this gank and positional play, his items are good.
How's ready to go on that bottom lane? TP's into the Hawk, so 5-man Dota for TongFu. They want to get a secondary Rax, while YYF is again very, very frustrating for them. Pushing in that top lane. And the Bug's just a scout out. Throw him towards the high ground, and in they come. Attack on the tower, already with a shotgun. KingJ forced back and instantly down. Zhou, Lincoln's Field will be triggered. And then with a quick time lapse by Mu, able to live, but the troll trap almost instantly up. That one, able to break free of it all. But they still want to try and take out this Rax, but IG holding the line for now. No buyback being used. Mech charge keeping him alive. And maybe Hal with that son of Ferrari. YYF's coming in. There's just a replica that's in the back lines. YYF can destroy that pretty quickly with the side of the Vice. Actually used the side of the Vice to trigger on Mu.
This nice illusion is just chasing after Banana. And there we go.
Finds him on the bottom lane. They follow up to SanSheng as well. So 3 kills go the way of IG.
Nice play by Zhou and Ferrari, finding the pickoffs. And TongFu being punished as KingJ was caught out simply. He had cheese, but it doesn't help you when you get chain locked to death.
It's the biggest problem with TongFu. Like, they're being split pushed, so they feel rushed. They feel like they must push in quickly.
Yeah, but
and take it out.
It's because they only have 2 carries really. They have the Weaver, they have the Alchemist. Strong carries for sure. He did sell his Shadow Blade now. With his 10,000 gold, he's gonna buy up something. Not sure what he's gonna go for. But with IG having 3 right-clickers, MKB finished up on Nature's Prophet and 3,000 gold. Morphling always strong towards the late game, and then Storm as well. They feel a little bit intimidated by the late game, and they should.
Oh yeah.
Alchemist bought the recipe for the heart, so he realizes need to be a lot more tanky so he can actually walk in, because he's standing in the back line pretty much in these fights. Not really fulfilling the purpose of a tank, just dealing the DPS.
It'd be good if he actually finished it, actually. So now we're going to go do that, but he still have enough money to buy another item as well.
He does.
So now he's got 5,000 gold left after buying the entire heart. Maybe I kind of feel like though there's enough DPS on IG's lineup coming from that Prophet. They can't deal with him. They can deal with him. Ferrari could also be buying up some DPS, like some straight right-click items up on that Storm Spirit. He's got 5.2k gold on him.
Yeah, he could buy anything pretty much he wants. And I feel that they can, because this heart is a 46-minute timing on having Assault Cuirass in the heart, rather than just going
Ferrari,
for a super early push.
They're right behind him, but then quick jump. They cannot lock him down. That Beastmaster had to get the roar, but you got Lincolns, you got Ghost Scepter, you got Orchid. It's difficult.
Yeah. I feel a little bit too bad for TongFu. With this lineup they have, going for a push around the 35-minute or 30-minute mark, going for just a super tanky Alchemist would be, yeah, funny mishits there.
I love how it actually times out. He didn't even get the last hit on it, it just timed out.
Yeah, it was like, okay, I'll just die. You can't attack.
Just to mock you. How? And how long we got before the next
Eye of
Roshan?
Skadi finished up. Still, of course, having buyback gold.
Yep. Can never be without a buyback. Especially at this late portion of the game. Ferrari, he's got almost 6k gold up on him now. I'm just going to leave this tab on the current gold. It's it seems to be like when something disappears, then we know.
Yeah.
And we know that someone says, okay, now I've decided to basically go for a bit of a splurge.
We have about 29,000 gold in the bank account total of all the players here.
Is there like a there's almost your challenge for K-Poptosis, like the record for how much gold was banked at one point, not actually buying it.
By every single player?
Just almost called like inflation protection.
Yeah.
There's a movement from TongFu. They might be able to catch out Ferrari again, but again though, this Beastmaster, it's almost like Beastmaster needs a blink.
A stun. Procs the Lincolns, but almost need a Super Basher. Where's that Havorst Super Basher on the Weaver? Would have been so good.
Weaver's too busy holding his money. 4.9, 5k gold up on him. But they'll find a couple of illusions in the middle lane, as well as Chen creeps. As Roshan's now just over 2 minutes away. But there's a Santa waiting for him.
Around. Some dancing, but no one really gonna die here. YYF might think about hexing up Mu.
If YYF had a little bit more damage, then it might be possible.
With his sprouts, yeah, he might still get it, but
well, he has to use his sprout to first trigger the Lincolns and then follow up with the Scythe of Ice. So that timing to actually cast the sprout, the animation timing is a long time and long enough for Shikuchi to happen.
Yeah, you need to come in from Fog of War and do it. It's not something that you're gonna get off.
It's almost worthwhile just using the Scythe of Ice to trigger the Lincoln Sphere, then throwing down the sprout and using dust.
The pressure on the mid now.
Yeah, they're coming in. They want to finish up this range rags in the mid. The Troll Trap will hold Hal there, but TongFu have finally had enough. They want to get here inside the base.
Gonna go for more, for sure.
Yeah, they're going to rotate down. The creep wave pushed in through the mid, but now the creep wave got melted down. Hal wants to run towards the high ground, and the tower fortifies, pick him up, throw him down. Chemical Ray still going to last for a long, long time. E-Blade shotguns down the Leshrac Banana. And TongFu have to retreat. They're down players here.
And it's the chase again. So dangerous chase from IG. They can pick off people really easily with Ferrari if he can jump someone. SD would be a good target.
They want to fight this.
Or even the Beastmaster.
IG is really chasing this. They jump in long way. Ferrari goes for SanSheng, picks him off. KingJ Pigleted as well as Telekinesis is going to pick him off as well. They're just mowing through this TongFu lineup. TongFu might finish up the mid, but they have real trouble after they pull out these pushes.
Such a crazy deja vu to last time that they were actually pushing, backing out and just losing 2 kills easily to a chase of IG.
The difference right now, though, is this middle lane is actually fully down. So when the creep wave pushes in, it's not just coming in with a little bit more meat shields. It's coming in with good range damage, and that's the kind of thing you fear for your tier 4 towers.
Yeah,
because that does a lot of damage. So TongFu, they can wait. They can let it stall up unless IG controls that middle lane. And that means having at least 1, possibly 2 heroes defending that area.
It's a little bit of a win for them, but losing their heroes here, they're falling so much behind. 15,000 gold, XP advantage now of IG. They're just claiming this game. They were behind almost 10k in gold, and now it's about to even out completely.
I'm wondering if before the 1 hour mark, if Alchemist will sell his Battle Fury. Well, he has 9,000 gold. I get my item I wanted up on KingJ with the Blink Dagger, so I'm really happy about that. Now TongFu have the ability to initiate on heroes like Ferrari when they're as aggressive as he is in the jungle, but Hal, he's got 9.1k gold.
Looking over to Hal's item build, he is pretty tanky and he has that Super Basher, but his attack speed is really not there. When he's in ulti form, he still doesn't attack at that speed that we think about when we think about a level 16 ulti on Alchemist. You want to have some more attack speed items, so having maybe that Mjolnir would be a solution. He should sell, but he doesn't. He really likes this Battle Fury, man. He really likes it.
Lets him farm faster. I don't see a problem with it.
Mjolnir would let him farm equally fast though, so maybe a little bit of opinion against that item choice, but now they are starting to have real problems as 8,000 gold on Nature's Prophet. He's looking pretty ready to start selling his Hand of Midas and getting gear capped as well. And yeah, that experience graph is looking pretty dire.
Well, pretty radiant actually.
Oh.
But going the way of IG, the gold's coming back as well. TongFu's advantage, even if they are 1 racks up, it's I kind of don't even want to refer that anymore. Now we see it, the gold as well as the experience is completely leveled out. We know IG's main power comes through their split push. It comes through their ability as well to just jump back into these fights. Chuan can send maybe even the Morphling back, jump back out to a Rebel, come back at full life. You got those options. Then again, Morphling's got a lot of life points as it is. He's got 5.5k while having a Skadi is just about 2,000, but he's taken almost every single point bar 1 out of his strength. That's literally where he's at. He does so much damage as this Morphling.
Exactly, you have to leave 1 point. You can never drain everything from your strength. So yeah, he's just staying fully maxed out on agility, and that allows him to shut down the TongFu supporters, or even KingJ. When they push, they're in such danger of just being basically one-shot by this Morphling. There's really nothing they can do about it. Having 1100 HP on a Shadow Demon or 1200 on Leshrac, both of them are within the one-shot target for Morphling.
We seem to get the specialty item of the International, Heaven's Halberd, up on Nature's Prophet. Love it. Love it. It's continuously breaking the stats of K-Poptosis. Yeah, there we go.
That's a really nice pickup, to be honest, because Alchemist at this point, jump, but nothing really.
They can't really find anything completely out of position here. Nature's Prophet should be ashamed though. Hand of minus off cooldown. Lol. So that extra 200 gold, he needs the money.
For shame. Yep. For shame.
Yep.
Using it now.
Darren head troll over again. Faith. Zhou. They just push out that bottom lane. This move, this push speed from Zhou is actually insanely fast.
Oh yeah,
if he had a butterfly up with this guy as well, I would be fearful of just right clicks coming out to kill off SD as well as Latrak.
I would almost want to see a Satanic even more, just because then he can stand his ground. For sure, Butterfly adds even more to your E-Blade, but having Satanic, he will not die. He will just be so hard to bring down, and he's going to pick up an Eagle Song, so he's going to go into Butterfly.
It's evasion and damage, man.
Evasion is very nice. There's no MKB picked up yet. Oh, there's an MKB on Weaver, but no MKB picked up by the Alchemist. And this might affect his item build as he's sitting there with his 11,000 gold. Still hasn't died a single time, but it doesn't really matter as his team cannot stay alive during these fights.
3 minutes left on this Aegis, the Immortal. Just the hilarious thing is the Aegis is almost redundant right now. They're searching for YYF. Oh wow, he's in a really bad position. They can see him perfectly. There's the Roar, there's the catcher, and YYF will go down. It has taken 54 minutes and 50 seconds for TongFu to get 5 kills now on the board.
Yeah, and he's trying not to waste the buyback here. YYF wants to keep it for the big fight. He knows it's such a big thing to have the buyback on the Nature's Prophet available when you go into a team fight. So just gonna see if their team can play safe for a minute, but considering how the last 30 minutes have been, I believe they will.
Takes the time, man. BTs. Split push. Split push. You can sell his treads. Turning away from the full fighting kind of build into the full split push build.
Oh yeah.
Alchemist now, like, I wonder if there is actually a record for a competitive game for the most amount of gold on one hero that has not been spent.
The most unspent gold ever. Sounds like, yeah.
It's possible.
Nice award, and we see How heading down to bottom lane. Ferrari is farming up down here.
Yeah, he's gonna bail. Oldies into his TP.
He knows too much.
He knows that How is down here with now 12,000 gold up on this Alchemist.
I'm not denying the fact that TongFu have a strong team fight. If they can get it off right, they can definitely fight against IG.
Yep.
But IG have the easier team fight. They go into a fight and basically they have Zhou just say, okay, I'll kill this guy. And then it's 5-on-4.
TongFu best need to pick up beforehand. That's what they need. They need to instantly kill off like one of the key heroes. And now How? Well, he just wants this tower. He's gonna claim it too. Fortification, not even gonna do it. You're right. There's the Alchemist being triggered off straight away. They're almost happy for that. If they take a double ranks, they may just be very, very happy with this move. Currently a Piglet, long jump out by Ferrari, caught in the middle of 3. The Meg Charge will go, and they need a little bit more heal because again the Beastmaster's gonna take a fall. Faith and low life. They're jumping out deeper. Look at the damage. Now the lockdown on Zhou. He will take a fall. He is down. Moves back alive again. Waiting to fight. He's saving his oldie. Ferrari wants to keep fighting. How? The BKB will wear off. You can see Faith on low life. And Moo has to turn around and try and help out his teammate. It's not going to work. How will go down. And Faith.
And there's just no way for IG, or that IG will lose their fight as they're defending the base, because the buybacks being available for them, it's just too easy for Storm to go in really aggressively and then buy back and come back again. So TongFu looking like their early advantage starting to really become redundant, as you say.
It's just withering away. It's all coming down to team fights and then who can capitalize on that move with a TT. He needs vision though.
No vision, no way to kill. It's funny how one item like a Shadow Blade can keep someone safe like that.
You see him taking out the catapults as quickly as possible. He keeps that tower alive. Not on much life points. He's got 47 life points, but it's alive nonetheless.
Yeah, and he has a butterfly now, but not really gonna break the game, I believe.
No, you got Monkey King Bar already up on the Prophet, and Prophet, please buy Daedalus.
And Butterfly on Zhou as well. Doesn't have any buyback available, of course, as he did it in the last fight. Very nice.
Thank you, we're here all week, we're here all week.
Some sick Toby drawing skills.
Well, that's the reason it was invented, man. Ferrari, close in on Moo on that top lane. This is now where IG find themselves in a bad position. Like IG, they've been loving this split push. They've been loving this split push, but TongFu, they sit back inside their base, and IG, they still haven't taken a ranks. This middle lane is pushing itself out. There is no way to stop their momentum. The bottom lane is completely exposed with that tier 3 tower gone. TongFu actually have the power to win on the split push, even above that of the Prophet's power.
That is true. And YYF, though, he does have a Demon Edge. Gonna be a purchase up as soon as possible. He has buyback still on available. So gonna just buy it now, I believe, but Chicken still staying in base.
Your Battle Fury's gone.
Yeah.
How is maxed out? He might drop the BKB at one point. Just, I don't know, secondary hard? No.
Just a new BKB probably if he does decide to drop it. He needs to have it in the team fights.
One way to clean off illusions. Throw that quick concoction.
Yeah,
and now it's going to be a little bit harder for him to clean up these creep waves. Like, he has to rely a little bit more on the acid spray, but he's built so he can actually kill off somebody during the fight. That's what he's meant for.
That's true. We see Ferrari just playing around here, close to the enemy base, but he's perfectly safe. And still, in this game, as long as it's been, we almost see a Rubik playing a 60-minute game and not dying a single time.
What?
Yeah. Faith has not died a single time in a 59-minute game against TongFu.
1-0-6, and he's actually... That's impressive.
That is impressive.
That's insanely impressive, actually.
The game being low on kills in all regard, but still, that is some solid play by Faith.
As normally it's the supports that will end up dying first. That's how we create the Malcolm War. Nevermore, if you've seen so much feed. Yet still a win for the team.
Yeah.
60 minutes. We cross over the hour mark now. And YYF, well, he's basically maxed up apart from this Shadow Blade. And the other reason why I want to see him sell that is if he picks up his own BKB. And that is something I think he really does require for this team fight. He's got the cash almost for it, but gotta say buyback.
Yeah, YYF, he can always sell his power treads as well. You don't really need boots that badly on Furion, as you can global TP if you want to push somewhere.
Yep.
It is kind of nice to have in a team fight, but if you have such good lockdown as you do in the team with the Hex, with the Storm, even the Orchid, you have so many things available to just hold your enemy team in still, then you can sell those boots and get a 6th carry item.
Yep. Yeah, I thought Zhou had a little bit more money than that. He's only at 2,200. I really don't want to start that countdown, K-Poptoses. We don't really want to do this countdown. Of if it will be the longest.
Top. We see a jump. Ferrari.
Who's he in on? He found Hal, but he's straight away the second he realized Moo's coming in.
Yeah, forced TP reaction. Couldn't really get a pick off there. Very, very aggressive play, though.
Prophet did come in to help him out.
Oh, yeah. But
if he could get there in time, he would have been...
If he was there when Ferrari jumped, then it would have been fine.
New BKB.
New BKB. Yeah, put the old one on the courier as a present.
That's a 7-second BKB that you're going to
It's not very often that you have the luxury to just put a 7-second BKB on the courier and say, yeah, this shit is old.
Does he just keep cycling through it? Like oh, I could say, oh, why it's down to 6 now? Go back to that 7-1 and then more.
Dude, at this rate, he could just drop it after the one use. And we see TongFu with a big play here, going for the Roshan. Still have cheese on KingJ, by the way. I think he's had it for like 15-20 minutes almost.
You can never have enough cheese, man. You can never have enough cheese.
And he shares the cheese as well, going towards Weaver.
So Weaver as well as the Beastmaster have the cheese. The Aegis Immortal goes the way of the Lashrak again. And that's because Alchemist can't carry anything apart from his team.
Yeah, and
they're looking for bottom. They're looking for bottom, but will they find Faith? Faith, don't spoil the run. TP out in time. Go Faith. Axel will fly. Roll.
So close. Faith.
The perfect run could have come to an end.
On his way to a perfect run on this support Rubik and doesn't stop there.
Hal, he's the man to fade the top lane. Where they drop cheese?
Some cheese trading going on.
I think it's because Moo just picked up a new...
Guess he gave it towards the Shadow Demon indeed. So
He did it because he wanted a TP scroll. He doesn't have BTs on this Weaver, but he's got 6.1k gold, doesn't have BTs.
Well,
he knows he has to come back to that top lane in just a moment.
Top lane, jump.
They in?
They're gonna go.
They're in. They're in on Hal. Hal still got that stun channeling up, but Pickles can't throw stuns. Maybe Razil can. He gets stunned.
Cancel TPs. They can still go up here.
I think they want to go bottom lane, man. There's another Rax down here to take. Hal's actually, oh, wow, commitment. This is it now. This is it. He's going to BT the bottom lane. They're going to see if they can bring down this melee Rax. Fortification's going to pop off right now. And the rest of IG are also falling back. Disruption off with the Telekinesis target. Moo. Not going to get started. Storm. Long jump in. Looks for KingJ. Can't find him. A Morphling can. Shotgun mech. He used the cheese. Back to life again. Raw still available. Who's he go on? Zhou's the closest target. They're going to bring him down. And IG. Here comes the rest. It's Ferrari 4-3-0 in the middle of the fight. The Moo. He's just standing and stealing and delivering. Moo with an ultra kill. coming out for the fight, but Zhou wants to fight. It's a double kill for IG. Mu, he still wants to fight. Zhou doesn't have enough damage for this one. Faith is trying to help him out. Zhou will go down to Rampage.
What a sick fight.
Mu will not stop killing, and Faith, he hasn't died yet, but he's going to.
No.
Huge double rampages,
Oh,
if
that
not
was
triple.
so sick.
And Mu will now take the bottom rack. Solo, he can win this game. And Faith again has to retreat back out again.
Do you know why he died? The shot was in the air and he was Ghost Sceptered. Started his TP right as the shot was on him, canceling the Ghost Scepter.
How's him? This should be the GG. They're going in for the tier 4 towers. And IG, will they admit the defeat? I think they have to. There's Hexes coming out from YYF. They pick up Moon, the Sprout. He already time lapsed out the damage. Leshrac gets us on a YYF. 4-star away. How's already prepping the new stun, but look at the damage on Moon. BKB or not, YYF. He's going to get that kill. Chance tries sending back to base. Not going to work. How? Try to bring the tower. And Fade, he's going to go down. Ghost Scepter keeps him alive, but now pick up on How. Throw him back. He'll stun up both Moon as well as Banana, but it's over. It's over. TongFu will take the racks. 64 minutes, 51 seconds, and TongFu will force us into a third game.
So they do it. They claim game 2.
Patience. Patience is the key.
Patience
also
is
a crap ton of farm appears to be a very, very large key in all of this. So, well, IG, they thought maybe they could wrap this up in 2, but the defending champions are now facing up against TongFu, and there's only one game that's going to decide who advances, and we might even have the defending champions knocked out. We'll find out though, but in the meantime, back over to the panel of James and the boys.